have a number of representatives who I will be introducing as speakers today, so I won't go through the process of formally acknowledging everyone who's here today, but needless to say, I do want to acknowledge the presence of the Minister for Sport and Recreation, the Minister for Youth Affairs, and the Minister for Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable James Molino. And of course, I also acknowledge the presence of our Mayor, the Mayor of the Knox City Council, Councillor David Cooper. To get today's formalities underway, it's my very great pleasure now to introduce the Minister, James Molino, to come forward and present to us today perhaps a very significant event.
Thanks, Graham. Good morning to everyone. Thank you all for coming along at short notice. It's exciting announcement today. Another people I want to acknowledge, my colleague Sean Lee is on his way, member for the Upper House, to the Mayor, David Cooper, and to the CEO, Graham Emerson, to Dan Kirtley, the President of Basketball Victoria, Wayne Bird, the CEO, to Tony Dunkley, the President of Football Federation Victoria, and Mark Rendell, the CEO, to some basketball legends, Lindsay Gaze and Michelle Timms, welcome, to Nicole Paul, one of our elite players in the Victory women's team, to members of the Narry Warren the Secondary College. Sports Management, welcome to you. To all the players associated with Knox Basketball Association. Everyone, welcome here. And it is an exciting announcement as both a local member, just across the way, member from Monmouth, and in this case, Minister for Sport and Recreation in this state. We've been working on this project. The Knox Basketball Association, Knox Council and myself have been working on this for quite some time. Firstly, for basketball, where we're standing here today is the epicentre of basketball in this country, and that's not just a mere boast, it's actually the reality. Eastland Corridor, Frankston, Dandenong, Knox, Hillside, Nuttawading, the greatest concentration of registered basketballers in the country. So that's why we are here today. One of the reasons, I'm going to get to soccer in a moment as well. So without any further ado, it gives me great pleasure to announce that in the state budget that we're handing down tomorrow, the government is going to be providing $7 million towards a state basketball centre.
Yeah.
Now this stage one of a state-of-the-art facility will have indoor courts servicing basketball, netball and gymnastics, a show court, synthetic soccer pitches to host local and regional competitions. So as far as the FFC and their strategy, their plan to have significant regional soccer facilities peppered right throughout metropolitan Melbourne and regional Victoria, this will be the one to the east. So this will be the FFC's regional facility, and that's extremely exciting. Now, one of the other reasons why we're doing this is because it's going to create jobs, in both state and federal governments are looking towards infrastructure projects that will create jobs both immediately in terms of the construction and also ongoing. And this project will be no different. 350 jobs during the construction and 50 ongoing jobs through the sports associations and the stadium management. Now, this will be home to Basketball Victoria, so Dan and Wayne, this will be where you live once this building is complete, and will also be home to Knox Basketball Association, which is really exciting. Now, one other thing to mention is that councils have put in an application for $7 million from the federal government, and we've been both at a local level and a state level been advocating very strongly. I can tell you quite sincerely, this project has been raised from the Premier to the Prime Minister. It's been raised at that level, and I've had discussions both with my federal counterpart, Kate Ellis, Federal Minister for Sport, and Anthony Albanese, who's in charge of all these infrastructure projects. And the reason why is there's no better place really to develop and nurture basketball talent for the future, and also the world game. This project has been my #1 priority for more than a year, and it's a difficult budget environment. These are difficult budgets that we're handing down at the state and federal level, but we wanted to make sure that we delivered on this project, and it's one of those things that I'll look back personally with great pride when this facility is up and running. The council has invested significantly in this project, and can I commend you, David, as Mayor, your fellow councillors, and Graham, your leadership in pushing through with this project, and let's hope that we get that federal funding, so it's not as tough on council, and I'm sure we will. That's what we're all aiming for. So congratulations everyone, this is a great partnership with Basketball Victoria, Knox Basketball Association, the FSC and the Knox Council. Congratulations and well done.
Thank you again, Minister. As James has said, this project has been underway and it's been in the planning phase for almost 2 years, and there's been an enormous amount of effort and contribution from a broad range of stakeholders into this project, none more so than the Minister's support from the top. We've had his officers in this process all the way along, and I'm sure that has been one of the measures of success that we stand here today. To respond on behalf of the Knox community and to the Knox Council, it's my great pleasure now to introduce the Mayor of the Knox City Council, Councillor David Cooper.
Well, welcome everyone, especially those from outside Knox, for making the effort to get down here today, in particular for Minister Molino to make this wonderful announcement. It's a great step forward. It's great to see the amount of support we've got here, not only with the young people from basketball, but the young people from football, and to see some of our basketball legends here in Lindsay and Michelle and Wayne. You know, it's just a great support from the very top of basketball in Australia coming along. I can remember sitting down with members of Knox Basketball Incorporated probably 3, even 4 years ago, talking about what we could do and how we could get more courts for young people. For the young people that we're short of courts in basketball, and the same applies to soccer, the lack of field that we have. And to be quite honest, we sat down and we didn't know how we were going to get there, or even what we were going to end up with. So this James has indicated, this is a long process at the end of about 4 years' work. When I say the next step is about 4 years' work. And I'd like to particularly thank the people that have been involved, a number of them are here today, that worked on our basketball stadium development committee. We've got one of the chairs, 2 solid years. 2 solid years of basketball, council and Sports Victoria. Where we've got to today is a result, to a large degree, of that group of people working together with a common purpose to provide more basketball and more soccer facilities in the east. I was saying to Lindsay before, with our own land at the other side, which is going to be kept for passive recreation, this is 48 hectares. It's a third bigger than Yarra Park, which encompasses the MCG. So this is a fantastic precinct we can have there. And what we're looking at this money today, we are still sitting on our hands with our fingers crossed for the federal funding, but this first stage is one of many stages of what we can develop. When we first sat down a few years ago, we were looking at building basketball stages, and now we're looking at building a multi-purpose sporting precinct, which hopefully will be developed over the next 10, 12, 15 years. So it is a great step forward. It's clear that the state government is under, like the federal government, governments all around the world are under severe economic pressure, and of course Victoria on top of that has had the disaster of the bushfires, which has had not only catastrophic effects on people's lives, but also upon our local economy. And I sincerely thank James, and he can pass on to the Premier, I know he's been across this project, our sincere thanks, because to come up with $7 million in such a tough budget, I think is absolutely fantastic. hope that the federal government can do something similar. So thank you very much for coming today, and let's hope one day we'll be coming back here to cut the ribbon, and it'll be a great event, and you're all invited back to that.